Hey YouTubers, Raven here,
Starfire.
and today we're doing The Flash.
Season 8, Episode 16, The Curious Case of Bartholomew Allen.
It was a great episode. You talk for a moment. What's up? I'm doing a review.
Yeah, so it was
what's up?
An episode. It was very interesting, and it was patterned after the whole Curious Case of Benjamin Button thing, where like he ages really fast, and yeah, so it was just I don't know what to say about this episode. It was very much a filler episode. I mean, yeah, they talked about Irene, and there was stuff about her in it, you know, and he's the reason he's acting the way that he is because of what's happening with her. But you know, I didn't hate the episode. It was fine. Like,
it was okay. I love that they started out with the D&D.
I was totally Joe at the beginning. Like, he's like, I don't even know what's happening. And I'm just like, yeah.
I was totally, like, for me, like, I was totally probably the
what?
I was my mind. I was like, I understood, like, I understand what's going on. Jen had a role, like how to add all the damage together and the multipliers and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I can follow like the storyline and I can get in character like I've done a billion times. I used to do it for Star Wars. Like I used to do Star Wars dice and stuff, just like the D&D. Just
I just thought it was funny how like at the beginning he was like stopping and like, you know, helping these people and doing all this stuff, and then he's like, oh, you need to help us,
right?
Like, you know, and then he comes,
we're dying
to die, and then like they show them playing D&D, and I was like,
yes,
what is going on?
Went like that, and I was like, is that a 20? He's rolling a 20-sided die. They're playing D&D. And freaking Allegra is the GM. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that Allegra was the GM. That's
yeah. No, but I was totally Joe at the beginning. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Like,
yeah.
They're so immersive and there's like so much to them. And like he said, it's like a 600-page manual. I mean,
I never read them. I just went through like the monster book and like what like species do I want to play as? And that's like as much as I ever did. I just sat there and let the experienced players tell me what to do.
Yeah, I think it's just that like I'm not as like immersed in the whole gaming thing as much. Like I'll play certain games, but it's not like my main thing that I do. And so a lot of that kind of thing, even though it's like interesting and it's like world building and there's all these characters and everything, it's a lot and it's very complex. And so
it is, but it isn't at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a fun, it's really fun. And I love that like the end of it, you had, you know, like they came back to it at the end. And like
all involved now.
he was decked out like damn Gandalf. He even freaking went thou shalt not pass.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. I love that they were willing to change the format to be more like police oriented type, discover the murder.
Yeah.
You know? Like I like willing to change it to a game like that for Joe.
Yeah.
But I love Joe just beat them to and came in dressed like Gandalf. I was like,
and it was really
yes,
cool
man.
to see Sing again too.
Who?
Sing. Captain
Oh, Sing. Yes, yes. Sorry, you cut out and I
Yeah.
said. Yes, like when Barry answered, and I was like, who the would be calling it? I love seeing covered for it because he didn't know that what's her face already knew, and then he got butthurt, figured it out faster than he did. I love it. The that was right there. It was just it was great to play out.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. I loved him.
He is. And he's all trying to get
Having
Allegra to like come up with a name.
Yeah.
She's like, I just like being, kind of secretive.
In the background. Not really in the forefront.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, girl, but one day you're gonna need a name.
Mm-hmm.
One day people are gonna realize that Ash has another partner that wasn't Frost. And either you're going to be named by them, or you need to get your name out there pretty quick here, hun. Like,
yeah.
Wait, you'll be freaking called UV girl. Like, you best get your own damn out there. Like,
Chester can come up with a name for her.
Yes, he can. I know that she has a name. Like, I know, but I can't remember what it is. There's characters like her in the comic have her abilities or similar to, and I'm just like, I can't remember what their name, like what the name was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like I know there is, but I can't remember. So knowledge is failing me.
Yeah.
Knowledge in my brain right now.
But yeah, I mean, I like how that lady at the beginning was like, here, I'll give you a little
payment.
He thought she was going to give him money.
Right?
No, I can't accept that.
And I love that one, butterscotch.
And he's like, oh, that's very sweet of you. Thank you.
Yeah. It's like, ooh. I'm like, yeah, ooh, that's so great. Butterscotch, yes.
Those Werther's,
I don't know why, but
Werther's candies, those Werther's butterscotch candies, those are the best.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but they taste better from old grandma like figures.
But like, I always loved those.
I don't know.
You know the Werther's ones I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, this wasn't what that was, but it was just candy. But like, those are the best ones.
But like what I'm saying is like any butterscotch candy, like you can go to the store and buy a bag for yourself, but it won't taste the same as it does when it comes from an old lady grandma. Like
like you go to your grandma's house and they have that little
tastes
dish.
Better.
Yes, you go to your grandma's house and they have that little dish of candies, and they've got the butterscotch candies in there, and you just eat them.
Yes. Yes. Tastes better coming from grandma than they do from the store.
My grandma always
had
like,
little, from the store.
I mean, she did have the Werther's candies, but she always had those little like Lifesaver mint candies, the white ones that were the Lifesavers that were like mints, and she always had those in like a little dish, like a candy dish with a little cover. And so I would like get up and take like multiple of them.
Yes.
It was like up on top.
When I went on vacation. When I was going on vacation here recently, I went to my grandparents' house in Kansas. Like, his East because Easter weekend had been the previous weekend, right? Those little tiny chocolate eggs, you know, that like you get from the store, they're like about like an inch tall, right? And like she still had like a whole bowl of them, of the different ones, like the chocolate, the white chocolate with the dark chocolate bits in it, the dark chocolate, like, so I just sat there, kid you know, as soon as I got there and I saw those, I started with handfuls. I just sat there sucking on
Yes.
because they taste better coming from grandma's.
But yeah, I
than
would
they do coming
literally,
from
'cause
the
she
store.
had the dish on top of the TV, so I would literally like get up or like walk over there and just take like a handful of them
Mhm.
and like stick them in my pocket, and then I would just be eating them.
Yes.
But yeah, so this guy wants immortality.
Like I knew where that was going as soon as like this happened. Like this is not very original, like at all. It's like,
Is the
are
price
we serious
of
here?
immortality.
Like I had just got done watching a bunch of people freaking react to Harry first time, watching their reaction to the Sorcerer's Stone, and now I'm watching this, and I really.
It just makes me think of Last Crusade with the guy who's watching over the Grail, and he's like, that is the price of immortality.
Right?
You have chosen poorly.
You've made the you chosen poorly, yes. And chosen poorly.
He's like a Merlin. Oh my gosh. Like
Right?
he's a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Secrets of Dumbledore is on HBO Max now too. The third Fantastic Beasts movie.
Mm-hmm. That was a good movie though.
Yeah.
I really like but like just there's not much to talk about with this episode. Like Barry should have listened. You know?
He what?
He should have listened to his.
Yeah, he should have.
He should have let them do what they were doing.
Oh, and I mean, I wanted to mention too. So we know that their daughter is like 4, like you were saying last time, because he mentioned
yes,
preschool now. So, but
she would be 3 or 4, yeah.
Seeing her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that answers that. We just need to see her now.
Yeah, because he said that she was in preschool,
which means she's old enough to be back on it when they've aged the child.
She's old enough for them to find an actress to play her.
Well, because in the past, like on TV shows, when you know somebody has a baby, they have them be a baby for like a season, and then the next season they age them like 4 years, so they're like 4 or 5. Because it's just really hard to like work with babies for a long amount of time, because you can only have them for like a certain amount, like a few hours, and
yeah,
so it's much easier when they're like a little kid. I mean, yeah, you still can only work with the child for like a certain amount of hours, but with a baby it's a lot less. And so yeah, but anyway,
I don't like the cherries that they put on chocolate chips.
I like how he freaking was trying to fix the little vacuum, and it sparked and like didn't work.
Right? Oh my gosh. He's like, she's just gonna have to learn how to do chores. I was like, she's 4. Like,
but yeah. But I'm glad Sing helped Joe to like, you know, do more because he was bored.
I thought Sing would have like asked him to join him in his detective agency or whatever.
That would have been nice.
Right.
But yeah, so Barry Barry is aging.
More on the inside than the outside.
And
but I
then
love that he started getting gray hair.
Yeah. He's gonna be one of those people, Grant Gustin, who's gonna be like good, like still good looking, even when he's like gray, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's gonna be able to pull that off, like that salt and pepper look, you know?
Yeah.
He'll totally be able to like pull that off.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you will.
But yeah,
Completely.
like at the end when he reversed it. I like how he was trying to find out from Chester if he was immortal because of what he did. But he's not.
He just went back by a year. He lost a year of life.
Yeah. But
so does that make Iris older or still younger or whatever?
Well, Candace Patton is still older than Grant Gustin, but
well, yes. I mean, you can't really affect IRL like that. But you know, like they were generally the same age. They were just like a couple months apart, right?
Yeah.
Because they were in the same year in school.
Yeah. Because in real life,
so that would mean Iris is now older.
Well, in real life, he's 32.
And
Candace Patton's like 35 or 36.
Right.
So yeah. But yeah, I guess his powers and all that are like way better than before.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
I'm still wondering because we never hear about Barry in the future, right?
Yeah.
He didn't disappear. We should hear, like, all we hear is like, yeah, mom is fine, you know, like, and even like now, like you had in that episode where Nora came back, right, where Nora got sent to the slow force.
Yeah, last week.
Slow force. Yeah. Still force. Why do I call it slow? Because whatever.
Yeah.
Still force. Like she was saying, like, I hope you're not disappointed in me. It's like, wouldn't he know this? Where in the timeline you're from, he would know, so you would know whether or not your dad's
yeah.
What I mean? Like, you transferred your area of expertise, you know? He'd see that you changed into newspaper article writing, journalism, right? He would see that. So why are you asking the younger version if he's disappointed in you?
Yeah.
You would know already. So this leads me to believe that he's not there. So what happened and where the is he?
Maybe they actually did have him go missing.
But we already did Crisis. He can't banish.
Yeah, we already did Crisis. I don't know where he's at. Time will tell.
They need to address that.
Time will tell.
They need to address that.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, but they need to address that before the show ends.
I'm sure they will. I don't think Eric Wallace is going to let the show end without making sure all the loose ends are tied up. We know Barry and Iris are going to have a happy ending no matter what. because that's the way that it should be for one of my favorite couples.
Mhm.
So yeah. He's lost a year of life.
Or gained a year, I guess,
Or gained a
depending on
year.
your
I don't know
outlook
how
on
old
it.
he's supposed to be in the show.
Right.
He was probably just like 30, and then they are just like, yay, now we get to have a 30th birthday party for you.
Right.
Right. But yeah, so let's talk about the stuff with Caitlyn. So who was Carla? Oh, her mom. That's why he said it was her mom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because at first I was like, wait, who is that? And then he goes to Caitlyn's, he finds out what she's doing. And I'm just like,
yeah,
oh no, you know. And when she's saying how, you know, what if you could bring them back? Like, nobody is ever, like, what'd she say? Nobody's like ever truly gone or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh, for the love of, you know, like,
right, dude. I sat here rolling my eyes too. I was like, see, we've already been through this.
It's like, no, Barry has already,
and you know, the last time we
multiple times, and every single time it messes something up. He has learned.
Yes, last time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the one time that they should hearken back to, right, in order to do this. I mean, yes, some of it might have been time travel that effed everything up, but there is nothing that should have made Diggle's child go from a girl to whatever they named him. Mm-hmm. Right? There's no reason. There was nothing that like there was no time dilation that affected them. But something happened in the time stream that did that. And Cisco's brother died as a result, which again had nothing to do with what happened. Right? Mm-hmm. So you try to bring the dead and
there's always consequences when you try to bring somebody back. Like we said before.
Cosmic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we've said before. Or yeah, like we said last time in the last review. There's always consequences when you try to bring somebody back. It's always going to change something. It's always going to mess something up.
You usually can't take something without giving something in return.
Yeah, usually not in a good way. You know, so it's like,
if you want a life, you give a life.
I know you can't accept it, Caitlyn, but you need to accept it. Like,
I think he created a supervillain in that moment. Did you see the look on her face? When she gets over the fact that she lost all the equipment, she's going to come for him.
Yeah. But it's like, Caitlyn, you know what has happened in the past every time Barry has done what he's done to try to bring his parents back. Why are you reacting this way to Frost? Like,
I think she might attack Team Flash. She might become a villain. What do you agree?
Huh?
Right. She might try to attack Team Flash.
Oh yeah, she probably will
become a villain for a little while.
She probably
because of what happened.
I mean, next week.
Mm-hmm. I look forward to evil Caitlyn. That's gonna be a joy.
So the next episode is episode 17. That's the one that Danielle Panabaker directed. Is going, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So That one says that the Flash goes off the grid to look for answers about a new meta in town. Meanwhile, Allegra pulls out all of the stops at CC Citizen Media to protect a source and a friend. And then the one after that is called The Man in the Yellow Tie. With a new speedster in town, the Flash gets much more than he bargained for. Meanwhile, Cecile's powers experience a growth spurt, allowing her to aid Team Flash on an entirely different level.
Yay! But ooh, there was that moment in this episode where Barry and Cecile had like this moment together where she was expressing stuff about her grandma. And then at the end, he was like, I think you have made her happy. You are like her.
Yeah,
you know, like, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like that moment, I love this actress so much. Like the moment he said that, the tears, like, and you could tell like she went for like she was going to go for like a hug, but then she just like kind of wilted in that moment and then went for the hug. Like the acting, the performance in that moment is perfect, and I love this woman.
Yeah, Cecile is so good. Like she's so good at playing Cecile and like what she brings to the character. Like very vulnerable, very
definitely.
You know, she has to be in order to be an empath. But
yeah.
Here's the promo for the next
Set us out of the way and then put out the fire. I did.
What are they talking about?
I think there may be a new speedster in town. I have to know if it's it.
What scares you so bad that you had to run all this way just to be sure I was still here?
He's like, what made you have to run all this way to be sure that I was still here? I was just like,
right.
I'll send it to you so you can like watch it properly if you couldn't hear all of it, but like, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, Caitlin's probably gonna do something like that.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's been done before. I just don't like the fact that I know she's grieving. I know she's lost in her grief, but like trying to bring something back that isn't supposed to come back is not a good idea. And yeah. So I don't know how much of a role she's going to play in these last 4 episodes. I don't know if she's going to become a villain and do what you said she's going to do. We'll just have to see. So
yeah, definitely.
That's basically all I have.
Yeah, me too. There's not really all that much to this episode.
Yeah, Cecile was really great in this episode.
Yes.
She kind of ran this.
I love that they went to the Great Wall and Barry turned around.
I know.
Goes,
she's like,
here?
We are really far from where we're supposed to be. Why did you take us here?
How did we get here? Oh. That was great.
I was like, the sky was all orange, and I was like, are they in another world? Like, are they in another like dimension or something or realm?
I was like, did he just run her to like another? Like, what the?
That's what I thought. And then she looks down, and it's the Great Wall of China, and I'm like, what?
Right? I like, okay, sunsets there look that different. Okay.
But yeah, so she basically ran this episode.
Yes, Cecile was the MVP of the episode. Yeah. Well, I mean,
4 more episodes.
Yes. Yes. We do have shows that we're looking at might replace the show coming up shortly. We will see. We'll watch the first episode or two and decide what we're going to do. I'm just saying that as of right now, we're looking at one or two shows that up shortly.
I mean, we've been doing a lot of superhero shows, so if we do decide to do some of the Marvel shows, we might do that. I don't know. But I feel like if we do that, then we have to do like all the other ones, like Loki and all the others. And it's like, I don't want to do all of those. I just want to watch them.
We wouldn't have to. Like, just do the ones that we didn't do.
Or what we could do is, since we're still watching the animated Justice League, we could do that.
Yeah. But yeah, like, so there are things we're thinking about that might be coming soon, might not be. It depends on how things work out
about
for
the
us.
Winchesters, because it's a prequel to Supernatural, and we started this channel with Supernatural, and Once Upon a Time, but mainly Supernatural. And so we'll watch a couple episodes of that, like maybe the first 2 or 3, and then see like if we enjoy it, and then decide if like we want to start reviewing it. And if we do, then we can just do like a recap of the first like few episodes that we already watched. But yeah, that's still up in the air right now, because that's not going to air till the fall. So once the Flash is over, we might do the Marvel shows that come out, or Justice League, or whatever. So because
it wouldn't be any of them that are already, unless we start watching them and we're like, oh my gosh, it's so good, we got to talk about it.
Well, because like Justice League, we're like on what, like season 2 or 3 of it right now. So it would be weird to kind of start
if we end up doing anything shows that have already premiered, it would probably be a summary of the season already out, just saying that we like this and this about it,
right?
Because we wouldn't review the entire seasons.
No.
So yeah, so if we ended up reviewing any Marvel shows, it would be either Miss Marvel or She-Hulk or whatever. So yeah, those are the possibilities of what may or may not be coming out shortly, what we are looking at possibly doing here down the road, if you all are interested.
Yes. Oh. Ow.
Augie.
Well, no, like I kind of put him down on my lap, and he like his back paw was like still on my hand, and so.
Okay. So I mean, I guess that's it. Yeah. Okay. So I guess until next time,
keep believing in the impossible.
Believing in the impossible.